Hello and welcome to Fitball Blast. I hope you're having a great day and thank you for joining me. Today our equipment that we'll have to use is a ball, and then you'll also need a heavy dumbbell. I'm going to be using a milk jug, and then I'm going to be pairing that with some heavy resistance tubing, and this should be enough weight. So if you don't have a heavy dumbbell, then if you have some tubing and a milk jug, it'll probably be sufficient. You're going to be doing some heavy rows with that, and then you're also going to be doing some upright rows. So get yourself ready, get yourself a playlist going, and we'll get warming up. So we're going to start with the shoulders. So one arm up, one arm down, just some nice easy swings. And then we'll come wide, stretching out your chest here, crossing over. Working into your torso, we'll do some rotations, twisting side to side. One more each way. Awesome. We'll move into some squats to warm up your hips, knees, and ankles. So you can go as wide as you want to with your legs. It's more a comfort level. Toes pointed slightly out. Just going to sit your hips down and back. Keep your chest up nice and tall. Come back up. If you're paying attention to your knees, they should track out in the same direction that your toes are facing. So if you're like me and you have a bit of a wider stance and your toes are out, then your knees also need to go out. As you get warmer, you can try going maybe a bit lower into your squat, keeping that chest up nice and tall. You can also go a bit faster if it feels good to you, or slower. Let's go for 3 more. Awesome. We're going to move into some side lunges. Let's get that out of the way for now. So just one side to start. You're just going to take a big step out to the side, lower your hips down and back, feel this glute load up, and then press back to center. Should feel a nice stretch here through the inner thigh. As you get warmer, you can try getting a bit lower into that side lunge. From here, we're going to add in an overhead reach, stretching out overhead, getting into your side and your shoulder. Two more. Awesome. And other side, no reach to start. Just get that side lunge, feeling good. Sitting those hips down and back, keeping your chest up. This leg doing the work. And we'll add in that overhead reach. Two more. Excellent. So hopefully you're feeling somewhat warm now. We're going to get into our first circuit, which are ball push-ups. Show you a couple different options. So the easier option would be to have your hands on the ball here. And the easiest option would be to come down to your knees. So hands on the ball, on your knees, lowering your chest to the ball, and back up. Going for 10. The tougher option is here, chest to ball, back up, again going for 10. And then tougher version would be taking that ball away from the wall, so you have to balance, coming down, and back up for 10. So you choose, you might switch between them. That's fine. I'm going to stick to the easiest versions today because I'm filming a lot of classes. So you choose what works for you. You're going for 10 push-ups. Here we go. Giving that ball a good squeeze. Nice strong core. Excellent. From there, we're going to move into some bent over rows, not using the ball because I want you to get a good, strong, heavy pull. So I'm just going to hook it under the leg of my couch. So hook it somewhere low that's not going to move on you. Grab onto both handles so you have a good amount of resistance there. And then also grab your dumbbell. So I'm holding on to my milk jug and both handles. It's really pulling me back. Nice flat back here. I'm just going to pull back, big squeeze, and then forward. Going for 10 pulls and then switching arms. If that's too much resistance, let go of one of your handles so you just have one handle of resistance from that tubing, or you might let go of your dumbbell. Big squeeze. When you reach 10, switching sides. The shoulder is down and back. You're keeping it in place, not letting it come forward. Big pull back. Driving that elbow straight back by your side. Going for 10. Big squeeze. Make it hard. Awesome. Moving into some core, we have, no, I lied, sorry. We are moving into a side lunge, using the ball to add a bit of instability. So grab your dumbbell, grab your ball. You're gonna have your free leg just resting on the ball. It's not really doing much work. And it's this leg that's on the floor that's doing the work. You're gonna come down into your side lunge as low as you can handle, depends on flexibility, and then drive that elbow up to the ceiling into your upright row. So side lunge, get as low as you can, keeping that foot flat on the floor, drive that elbow up. Now depending on your weight, you might change this to a lateral raise. So if I had a really light weight, I'd come straight out to the side to challenge my shoulder. And if I had quite a heavy weight, I could do a shoulder press. So you choose, you want to choose the option that is the most challenging for you where you can still keep good form. Going for 10, I think that's 5. 6. This top leg is not really doing any work, it's just balancing on the ball. Switching sides at 10. Sitting those hips down and back just like we did in the warm-up. Because that leg's on the ball, it adds that instability, gives you a bigger stretch. I am not particularly flexible at side lunges. Some people are able to sit their hips right down to their ankles. Two more at my pace. Excellent. All right, we're into our blast, our shuffle lunges. So what you're going to do is come down nice and low, get your hips down, and then you're just going to shuffle side to side, going for 1 minute. The lower you are and the faster you go, the tougher it is. So if you get tired, you can pop up higher or maybe just go a bit slower. It's up to you. Ready, and here we go. It's this middle leg that's providing the force, so you switch sides. Other leg is just tapping down, hips down, nice and low as you can. Feel those glutes engage. You got it. This should burn. That's how you know you're doing it correctly. Come on. Get lower if you can. Maybe go faster. Keep pushing. 15 seconds, come on. Five seconds. And break. Should feel a good burn. Okay, we're back to our push-ups. Remember, hands on the ball. Away from the wall is the most challenging. Against the wall is going to give you some stability. Then on your knees is going to help you if you don't quite have the strength. Going for 10. Here we go. Thinking about getting your chest to the ball, nice full range of motion. Excellent. Grab your dumbbell, grab the tubing. You have 10 rows on each side. So shoulders down and back away from your ears. Back is nice and flat. Drive that elbow right up. Big squeeze at the back here. Going for 10. It burns. It's good. All right, give yourself lots of tension. Switch arms. Again, set the shoulder. Keep it there. Pull back. Big squeeze. Awesome job. Side lunges with the upright row. Getting a good stretch at the bottom. Keeping this foot flat on the ground. Sitting those hips down and back. How low can you go? Up. Drive that elbow to the ceiling. You could also do a lateral raise or a shoulder press. Play around with whatever weight you're using. See which exercise is challenging for you. Going for 10. Then we're going to switch sides. Chest up, hips go down and back. Excellent. Killing it. Shuffle lunges, round 2 for 1 minute, getting your hips nice and low. Are we ready? Here we go. The lower, the more challenging it is. You got it. Keep it up. Halfway. Fifteen seconds. Two and 1. Whew, good. Grab a drink. One more round. Okay, back to our push-ups. You choose how hard do you want to go. Challenge yourself. It's the final set. Ready? Here we go. From there we have your bent over rows. Grabbing the tubing and your dumbbell, flat back, shoulder pulled down away from your ears, driving back, big squeeze, put some force into it. Awesome. Thinking about setting that shoulder before you start pulling, keeping it in that position the whole time. Big squeeze at the back. Side lunges. Driving that elbow up to the ceiling for your upright rows. Here we go. Low, hips go down and back. Elbow right up. Switching sides. Three more at my pace. Okay. Shuffle lunges for 1 minute. Are we ready? Born ready? And here we go. The last set of these, so make them count. Working your quads and glutes and your heart. Get low, go faster. Come on, 20 seconds left. Ten seconds. And break. Good. Catch your breath for a moment. We're into our next circuit. I'm gonna grab a drink first. Okay. Overhead squat. Holding onto the ball, or really kind of any lightweight object overhead would work. So you're just reaching it up overhead. As you know, I have low ceilings. Hopefully you have higher ceilings and you can reach up nice and high. But if not, look at this, I have some clean pillowcases right here. So this is your other option. So you're just gonna grab it roughly shoulder width apart and you're gonna pull it apart, like trying to rip that pillowcase or whatever in half. Reach right overhead, pull apart. Don't let it come forward and don't let your arms bend. Keep your arms straight, keep them straight overhead. You're just gonna sit down into your squat and then back up. Going for 10, just as slow as you can while keeping your neutral spine, keeping your arms overhead, and keeping your feet flat on the floor. You should feel all sorts of weird muscles working in your back. Pull apart really strong. Two more. Last one. Woo, so good. Okay, from there we have the glute lift holding for 30 seconds. So you are here, rolling forward till your head is resting on that ball. Hips are up nice and high. Start with your legs close together. And then all you're going to do is extend your one leg out in front. Now for a lot of you that'll be super challenging, so it's a bit easier if you cross your leg over. You can also use your hands a bit to help support you. Going for 30 seconds on each leg. I'll get my timer going so that it's an actual 30 seconds. Ready? Here we go. Hips up nice and high. Make that tabletop. If you're advanced, extend that leg. Your option. Big squeeze. If you feel the need, put your hands down for balance, but try to fight for that balance. Squeeze your glute. 10 more seconds. And break. Good. Switching to other side. Hips up. Get yourself ready and go. Extending that leg or crossing over. Using your hands for balance. Eight seconds left. Keep that butt up. And break. Very nice. From there we have the alphabet. So you're doing a plank on the ball. You're just working the opposite side of your body with this one. Find your nice plank position. And with the ball we're going to spell the letters of the alphabet in big capital letters. The bigger the letters, the more challenging it'll be. If you need to take a break partway through, that's fine. Just try to hold a plank for as much of the time as you can. Ready? Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Don't let your hips pop up. Keep them down in alignment. U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Awesome. Really good. Into our next blast, which are low lunges. These should burn just like your shuffle lunges burned. So you're just going into reverse lunge, alternating sides here, getting that back knee nice and low but not quite touching. You can lean forward and just lightly touch your hands on the ground. And you're just alternating legs. Going for 1 minute. As you get tired, you may stand up higher, that's fine. But the goal is to be as low as possible. Ready? Here we go. 1 minute of these. You got it. If you want, just drag those fingers on the ground, but don't put any weight on them. Get those hips as low as you can. This knee is directly over your toes. That front foot is flat on the floor. I don't know if you can see there. Yay, small spaces. Low, like a speed skater. You got it. Come on. Whew, it burns. Hopefully you have some good tunes going. 10 seconds, come on. Two and one. Ouch. Okay, we have one more round. Really good. Back to your overhead squat. Grab your ball if you have enough ceiling space. Grab something else. Maybe the tubing you were using earlier if you don't have enough ceiling space. And pull it apart really hard. Keep those arms straight overhead. Don't let them come forward. Going for 10 squats. Feet stay flat on the floor. Here we go. You're in control of how deep you go. Feet need to stay flat, body needs to stay upright. It's a big stretch. Last one at my pace. Excellent. Back to the glute hold. Working those stabilizers. This is a really good way to ensure that your hips are nice and lined up when you're doing a glute lift, because you will definitely lose balance if your hips are not lined. All right, 30 seconds per leg. Ready? Here we go. This is the more advanced, less advanced. Help yourself with your hands if you need to. Squeeze your butt. If you lose your balance, don't worry about it. Just start over. That's why we're doing this timed. Hold it as much as you can. You have 10 seconds left. 2 and 1. Excellent. Take a quick break if you want, and then we have other sides. So start with your legs close together. Lifting one leg. Ready? Here we go. Squeeze your hips nice and high. Ten seconds. 2, 1. Excellent. Alphabet. One more time. Nice big capital letters. Keeping your body in that straight line. Take a break if you need to, but try to hold that form for as long as possible. Ready? Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. Come on. R, S, T, U, V, big letters, X, Y, Z. Whew. Moving into our low lunges one more time. Lots of leg endurance with our blast today. So getting low, front foot stays flat. Ready, 1 minute. Here we go. Try not to actually put any weight into those hands. Get your hips down. Past the halfway mark, stay strong. Oh, 10 seconds. 2, 1, break. Ah, burns. So good. Okay, we're into our final circuit, which is core, starting with the ball pass. So grabbing your ball, lying on your back. Key for this one is that your lower back stays in the same position the whole time. It doesn't shift. So if you find that your lower back is arching excessively off the floor, then just reduce your range of motion so you're staying where you can stay controlled. So you're here, balls between your legs, lowering your legs almost to the floor or as low as you can without releasing that lower back. Bring it back up, passing back and forth. And you're going for 45 seconds. Ready? And here we go. Breathe. Keep that core super tight. 15 seconds left. Two, and one. Well done. All right, from there we have our ball curls, hamstring ball curls. So this is for the backs of your legs. For your hamstrings, we're going for another 45 seconds. Show you a couple of versions depending on your hamstring strength level. So easier version is both feet on, lifting your hips up nice and high, just rolling in and out. Keep your toes pulled back towards your shins. And if you're feeling more advanced, like you want a harder workout or you're just stronger, hips up and you're going to do one leg and then the other leg, and you'll just alternate sides. So that's significantly tougher. If you don't make it all the way through, then you can downgrade to 2 legs at the same time. 45 seconds. Ready. And here we go. Hips up, toes pulled back. Your hips can't be too high. You can use your hands for balance, put them out to the side. Or if you want a challenge, you can try lifting them up as they fall off the ball. That is quite challenging for balance. Halfway. Squeeze your glutes. This should burn. 10 seconds left. 2, and 1. Awesome job. From there we have side lying V-sits. So in my experience, we don't need to use the ball for this, they're hard enough with body weight. But the more advanced version, if you have abs of steel, would be to hold the ball between your legs just to add some weight. Most people are totally fine with using the basic legs without the ball. So your choice though. We'll do 30 seconds per side. You need to keep your legs together. This is easier. You're on this hip. This is tougher. If your legs are straight, you can always switch between versions if you need to. 30 seconds a side. Ready? Here we go. I'll demo both. Big squeeze. You should feel this top oblique working. Keep your legs together. That's very important. Ten seconds left. 2, and 1. Well done. Ready for the other side? Born ready? Of course you are. Ready, and go. Keeping those legs together. Also do the bent version. Working the upper oblique as well as your hip flexors. 10 more seconds. 2, 1, break. Last one in the circuit are your Supermans. So depending on how intense you find Supermans, you may choose to use the ball or choose not to use the ball. It's totally up to you. Lying on your belly. If you're using the ball, you're just holding it in your hands. You're going to keep yourself nicely extended. Lift everything up and then back down. Keep breathing. Lifting your chest and your arms straight off the ground. Big squeeze on the back side of your body. And we're going for 45 seconds. Are we ready? And here we go. If your shoulders start to pinch, you can bend them Do a bit of a squeeze like you're a bird flapping its wings and you're opening, stretching out your chest at the top, shoulder blades going down and back. Squeeze your glutes to lift those legs, stretch those legs out behind you. 10 seconds. And a break. Well done. We're actually just going to finish off with 1 minute of balance before we stretch you out. We did these in a previous class. So you can work up to whatever level of balance works for you, but to get onto the ball as a quick review, you just bring it against your shins and then you slowly lean forward until your feet lift off. So 1 minute starting now. You can start there. From there, practice raising your arms. Really stretch them out. Work those shoulders. Got to keep the core tight to maintain your balance. If those are feeling good, extend your leg. This will help you to learn how to shift your balance. If you're like me, you might kick the wall. Hopefully, it's not a big deal. From there, you're feeling good. Come up onto your knees. Squeeze your glutes here. You can practice sitting back, coming up, falling off. You got it. 15 seconds left. Squeezing, sitting back. Struggling today. And break. Awesome job. Keep practicing the ball on your own if you have time. It's a really good ergo break that you can do to keep your mind engaged and to learn how to activate the different muscles in your body to react to instability. So from there, what we're going to do is bring your legs nice and wide. You can push from behind or walk your hands forward. Keep your toes activated. You should feel a nice stretch through your inner thigh. Hold it there. From there, we're going to go into a spinal twist. So you're just going to bring your one leg across, sit up nice and tall, bring your arm to the other side of that knee, and then turn and look behind you. Stay tall, get some full rotation there. And we'll switch sides. Sitting tall, bringing the arm across, rotate. Moving into the spine, come onto your hands and knees. I want you to curl and flex your back all the way up to the ceiling, tucking in your tailbone, tucking in your chin. And then going to spinal extension, pushing your hips back, lower back down, chest out, head up. Hold it there. One more time into flexion. And extension. Do your shoulders from child's pose. So just going to tilt that down a bit. Bring your knees wide. Sit your hips back on your heels. Stretch those arms out in front of you and rest your forehead down on the floor. Just relax there. Walk your hands over to the left hand on top of right, and then push that right shoulder down towards the ground. Feel a stretch through that right sideline. And then we'll go to the other side, so over to the right, right hand on left. Left shoulder gets pushed down towards the floor. Hips still stay close to your heels. Excellent. Come on up to a seated position. We'll stretch out your chest. Arms bent at 90 degrees, shoulders down, and just bring your elbows back in together, squeezing those shoulder blades together and down. Hold it there. Good work. Well, thank you for joining me today, and I will see you for the next class. Have a great afternoon.